What's up, y'all? It's your boy Kev on stage, and I just finished watching the Whitney movie and Remembering Whitney with Bobby Brown. I want to let you know 5 things I learned after watching the movie. Some I already kind of knew. Number 1, Whitney did drugs. I knew this, okay? But I didn't want to believe it. I knew it. I saw the interview. Crack is whack, crack is cheap. But the movie started, and soon in, it was like... And I don't want to believe it. I know. I just didn't want to believe. Number 2, Bobby Brown didn't introduce her to drugs. And I also knew this. On the Oprah interview, her brother admitted that he introduced her to drugs. But for whatever reason, I assumed for the longest, up until that interview, that it was Bobby. And in the movie, Bobby turned down drugs for like the first hour, which is like 11 years in movie time. And Bobby was like, nope. No cocaine for me. No, and from the movie let the movie tell that Bobby turned to drugs because Clive Davis didn't want to sign him. He was like, oh yeah, talk to Whitney about this tour. And he was immediately like alcohol and cocaine. So that's 2 things. The amount of sex, weird for me. I hold Whitney in this prestigious position in my mind, like church girl, wholesome, and just like drug using, sexing. Whitney is just hard for me, okay? It's hard for me. And there was so much sex and drugs. It was like Lifetime presents the Whitney Houston movie. I was like, good grief. It's soft porn, okay? Number 4, Whitney had some wigs, ladies and gentlemen. Lifetime about broke the record for amount of wigs in a movie with like 7.2 million views. There was one montage where 30 wigs happened over one song. I mean, she was out here wearing these wigs. Number 5, Sister Houston was Mary J. Blige in her younger years. I know that wasn't Mary J. Blige, but that looked like Mary J. Blige playing Sister Houston. I was not aware that, this is a bonus, Whitney Houston's nickname was Nippy until when she passed away. Everybody was like, Nippy, no. And I was like, who is Nippy? But, the movie confirmed that. And then Bobby Brown. I watched this interview and I was like, Bobby Brown pretty much protected the mess out of Whitney still. Still protected Whitney a lot. He had plenty of chances to throw her under the bus. Even if he was just telling the truth, it would have been making her throwing her under the bus. And he protected her as much as he possibly could. I gained a lot of newfound respect for Bobby Brown after his interview. Especially, seeing as how for the longest time I thought he was the one that introduced her to drugs, and he was, took a good girl and made her bad and all that, and I was just wrong. He respected, loved, and defended her. Still to this day, defends her. And I just was sad, man. I was just sad that such a talented person is gone at such a young age, and, drugs derailed her career and her ability. That is my wife's favorite singer of all time, and it was hard for her. She still was like, it was Bobby. And it was hard for her to watch Whitney do drugs in the movie. When you idolize somebody as a kid, we grew up in the early, we were 80s babies, so we grew up in the early 90s when Whitney was on freaking fire. I remember being a kid and I want to dance with somebody was a song. And I didn't really feel too masculine singing it, so I would be in my head like, and the other one that I really liked was, I'm every woman. I couldn't sing it like that, though. So I used to be like, I'm every woman's dream. It's all in me. Because everywhere we went, that Whitney was on the radio. And I'm sad they didn't show her Super Bowl performance. Sweat on the lip, Whitney. I need sweat on the lip. Super Bowl performance, Whitney. And they didn't give it to me. But all in all, great movie, especially for TV. After the debacle that was the Aaliyah movie, Lifetime got it right with Whitney. Rest in peace, Whitney. And see y'all tomorrow. Love Hour Sundays. Peace.
What's up, everybody? It's Kev on stage. Go subscribe to my YouTube page. Don't you be bitter. Just follow me on Twitter. What's up, everybody? It's Kev on stage. Go subscribe to my YouTube page. Don't you be bitter.